So I've been thinking a lot about death lately, not in the grand philosophical sense, nah, that's too cliche, but in the cold logistical sense. You know, the practical stuff. What happens after I'm gone? Sure, the usual boring ritual stuffs might happen, the body, a cremation or a coffin, if they turn me into some burial seeking religious fanatic, depending on how eco friendly fanatic the world has become at the time, and some paperwork, a will, a eulogy, where hopefully no one says that I had lived life to the fullest. Because, well, let's be honest, who really does? But see, there's this one nagging thought that won't leave my head. My plants, man. What about my god-forsaken plants? Yes, my damned plants. I'll be dead, and there they will be, just sitting there, man, dying a slow, thirst filled death. Nobody to water them, nobody to care. Isn't it ironic? I'll be decomposing, and they'll be there, wilting. Who will mourn for the peace lily in my office? I mean, forget my funeral. Who's showing up for that? It's funny, though, right? Death, the big exit, a cosmic joke. And here I am, worried about something as small as plants. But that's life for you, always distracting us with the trivial, right when we're about to face the ultimate question. We spend our whole lives trying to escape the inevitable, whether it's building legacies, chasing karma points, or obsessively watering houseplants. And then one day, we all just stop. It's like being on your deathbed and still stressing about whether you paid the electricity bill. Spoiler alert, it won't matter. But oh, the plants. They'll certainly matter. There's something disturbingly comforting about knowing that while I will be rotting away in the ground, these poor green things will be left wondering what they did to deserve such neglect. And what does it say about us that these tiny, meaningless tasks are what fill our minds when we are on the brink of extinction? Sure, we can ponder the vastness of the cosmos, but let's face it, when the Reaper comes knocking, we will still be worried about the laundry, the expired yogurt in the freeze, and the plants. I will be dead, or I will be back, maybe as a bug, a tree, or God forbid, another human. Because, existence does not care about my plants. I can water all the plants I want, pay my debts, follow dharma to the letter, and yet round and round I go caught in this endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. There's no escaping it. No matter how many times I check if the plants have enough water, I'm still trapped in the loop, a puppet of my past lives. So while I am decomposing, my next self will probably be out there planting more ferns just to let them die all over again. And on it goes. The universe won't even blink. Stars will explode, black holes will swallow suns, and I will be a cold body in the ground or ashes floating in water. But there I will be, haunting your thoughts like, did anyone water the cactus? That's the thing about life. We obsess over control. We spend years clinging to these absurd routines. We water plants, we pay bills, we accumulate wealth. And for what? To leave behind a legacy? To leave behind some slightly overwatered ferns? It is almost charming, really, how attached we get to this nonsense. We can't even enjoy a good death without worrying about something as laughably insignificant as a spider plant. But here's the punchline: all this fuss, all these little concerns, they don't matter. Not really. The universe, it doesn't care if I water my plants or if I forget. It won't care when I die. It did not care when I was born. And it definitely won't care about my orchid. Yet somehow, we do. We care too much. We spend our lives freaking out about things we cannot control and wasting time trying to control what we can. We're funny like that. Neurotic little control freaks, the lot of us. I'm not saying I'm leaving behind a complicated legacy. No, it's simpler than that. I'm leaving behind a house plant. It's like my version of the pyramids. But instead of being buried with gold, I'm leaving behind a wilting peace lily. And maybe, just maybe, someone will pick up a watering can. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll just toss the plant in the garbage alongside all the unpaid bills and expired coupons I've left behind. And you know what? That's fine. Let it all rot. Let it return to dust, just like me. I'll be dead. But I still want someone to water those damn plants. But what if I come back as that jade plant? What if the universe's final punchline is that I end up being the very thing I neglected, left sitting in the corner, hoping someone else remembers to water me? It's almost poetic, almost absurd, because in the end, whether I come back as a king or a peace lily, all I need is a little water, some light, and maybe, just maybe, a chance to break the cycle. And pizza, of course. Everything else is window dressing. We pour our energy into these pointless routines because it gives us the illusion that we matter. But when the lights go out, none of it does. So I'll be dead. But don't forget to water the plants. Or do forget. It really does not matter. In the end, we all go the same way. The peace lily, me, you, the sun, the stars, everything. We will all get swallowed by the great cosmic indifference. But before we do, let's at least pretend it matters. Because while I am still here, I'm going to keep watering my plants. I'll keep pretending it's important. I'll keep playing my little role because that's what we do. We cling to these absurd rituals to avoid thinking about the inevitable void. And when I'm gone, well, I hope someone else takes the stick or the watering can, because while the universe does not care, I care, at least for now. So, who'll water my plants?